So today I'm going to talk about headlines and how to craft an irresistible headline. The headline, waking up interest and make the reader to click on the article or read more. I'm not going to talk about these clickbait headlines which force people to click on it and it doesn't deliver any value. For example, she wake up in the middle of the night and you won't believe what happened. Or, it's just not artistic. It's just not something you have to use. So you can use these headlines in your emails, in your sales copy, in your landing pages, not really for blog posts. These are proven headlines which worked, not my ideas. These are headlines which worked in the past, worked for other successful marketers, and you can repeat your success. If you did it once, you did once very good and successful, it doesn't mean that it works. You have to repeat it. So let's start with the number one rule, write the headline last. You don't know at the beginning, you don't know the main benefits, you don't know those main powerful things in your article, which brings you closer to an irresistible headline. So you have to read the body copy first and write the headline at the very last. You're going to write 10, 20 different headlines. I'm going to talk about this later. Let's see two headline mistakes. One mistake if there is no headline. There are a lot of websites, landing pages where I don't see headline. They just skip, they just start. Who are they and what is it for? A headline is very powerful and you need to use this powerful element. Mistake number two is when the headline is weak, and that's why we are here today to craft powerful and strong headlines. I start with a little homework because I want you to go through a little research before you craft your headline. I don't want to repeat myself because I was talking about this a lot of time in other webinars and workshops. To find out your audience first, very specifically, who do you write this headline and this landing page or email? You have to write the results, what your product provides. You have to show the horrible present, where they are without your product or without your reading your article or landing page. And you have to show them the bright future after they read your body copy. You have to set up a time frame while you reach those results. This will be very powerful. It can be a specific time frame, 7 days, 28 days, 2 hours, a weekend, or anything which is true for your product. You have to find the objections, what people don't like and they don't take an action for. They have objections and you have to overcome it. You have to show a good guarantee and think about a good guarantee. And you have to show the benefits, what your prospect will feel or doesn't feel, what do they average day look like, what do they have or don't have, and what are their status changing after they read your article or email. So what is the goal of the headline? We learned in the school that the headline is a summary of the body copy or the article, which is not true for marketing purposes. There is one goal of the headline is make the reader to read the next sentence. And then the next sentence goal is to read the next sentence and the next sentence. So the headline starts this whole thing, and it has to be one goal to make the reader read the whole body copy, open the email, or take the action you want to take. Rule number 2, write a lot of headlines. You maybe saw a brilliant headline or an email subject line or a landing page or an article, but you said, yeah, it's really powerful, it's really good, and I want to write these kind of headlines. But you don't see that copywriter writing 10, 20, 30 different headlines before they find the best ones. So you have to write a lot of headlines until you find the best, and this is a very good rule. You have to follow it. So let's talk about the A/B test and why I don't recommend it. There are a lot of small businesses and solo entrepreneurs in the VIP club who watch this webinar, who has a very small list, maybe 1,000 or maybe 10,000, 5,000 people, which still a small list. If you send A/B tests, different headlines for half of the list and different headlines to the other half, you will get results like one was 35% open rate and the other is 37. How do you decide which is the best? Maybe they just didn't open your email. It's not because of the headline was weak. They were doing something else last night and they opened the email next day. So you don't know how powerful your headline is. Of course, testing is a good thing, and if you can, then test it, but don't be frustrated if your list is too small and you can't do A/B tests. How can you find the main benefit of your body copy, which you can use in your headline? What if you have only one sentence to talk about your offer? What would it be? And I want you to really think about this. What would this powerful sentence will be if you had only one sentence to talk about it? There is a 30 seconds elevator pitch. When you introduce yourself or your company or your product in 30 seconds, usually when you go from the top to the bottom in an office building with an elevator, that's why we call it elevator pitch. And when you create a 30 seconds elevator pitch, you don't have your headline, but you have really powerful elements. You find really powerful elements you can use in your headlines. So no stories, no benefits, only the main benefit. You don't have time for it. So you're going to find a foundation where you can build towards, make it shorter, make it more powerful, and create a very shorter headline, which is very powerful and make the people click on it or read more. For example, a language school can be, you can get confident English, tourist English knowledge within 6 months. This is very powerful and very short. It has got only the main benefit. You can get this in this time frame. How to find the main benefit? You have to ask 2 questions, which I made a mistake in this presentation because it's the why and the how, not the what and the how. So if you ask yourself, why is it and how is it, then you can find the main benefits. For example, let's stay in the language school thing, which was my client. They wanted a really good sales pitch, a really good headline, what they can use. And their main benefit was that they teach without a book. And I asked them, why do they teach without the book? And this is the first question, why? And they said, because it's more efficient and faster in this way. And I asked, how faster is it and how efficient is it? And they said, you can get it in 6 months, and you can get confident English knowledge where if you go to another country, you can talk the main things what you want to talk. You can order a sandwich or whatever to be confident. So their headline changed to this main benefit. So the main benefit is not always what you think at the first place. If you ask why and how, maybe you find different benefits which are more powerful and which are better to use it in your headline. So that's how you find the main benefits, the best of the best, what you can use in your headline. So let's talk about some headline formulas, and you can use it in your emails or on your landing pages. The first headline formula is how to fix a specific problem. So what's the problem of your target audience and how to fix it? It has to be a real problem what your audience is facing. For example, how to take care of your orchids in the cold winter. If your audience don't have orchids, or they live in a place where there is no winter, it's the same temperature all year, then the problem doesn't exist. So first, you have to find a problem which your audience is facing and which exists. The next headline formula is the greed of the gain or a dominance. For example, dominate your inbox if you are talking about email marketing. This can be really powerful because people want to take control of their life, and they want to take control of something, or they competitors or themselves. And greed is a very powerful thing. So if you use these in your headlines, people want to dominate things. So it can be really talk to your audience and catch their interest. There is another formula, the desired results in a time frame without objection. For example, write a really good headline in 10 minutes for B2B companies. So if you think that, okay, this headline works in a Facebook post, but it doesn't work in my landing page because I sell for companies, not for individuals, then you can set the objection to B2B people, to B2B companies. So this is a very specific headline and talks to the audience immediately. There is another formula, do this for this time to get desired results. For example, you can build your e-commerce store within 2 hours and get your first sale tonight. It's a very powerful headline. You can level up with one more element. Do this for this time to get desired results in time frame. So, for example, I told you an example. This is a logic. You talk about logic here. You will get this if you click on this or if you read this. So it's people understand it quickly. So I wanted to show you these headlines. Let's see some examples. Why some foods explode in your stomach. This headline was used in the 50s, and a lot of people use this formula in these days because it's very successful and very powerful, and it works. People immediately raise their eyebrows like, what the food is doing in my stomach? Does it explode? So it builds up curiosity, and it talks to your customer. Let's see the other example. Discover the fortune that lies hidden in your salary. I don't know who used this headline first and when, but this is another headlines what people and good marketers use today. Discover is always a good action word what you can use in your headlines. The amazing secret of a marketing genius who is afraid to fly. So this is the without the objections. The objections here is the afraid to fly, and this is the main hook in this headline. Gary Halbert used this headline first, and then it will get more success from more people who use it, and people use it today too. Let's see another example: the amazing money-making secret of a desperate nerd from Ohio. This is another Gary Halbert headline when he promoted his book with a lot of success. So you can steal these headlines and translate it to your company. The amazing blackjack secret of a Las Vegas mystery man. So here the hook is the Las Vegas mystery man, and the secret is the hook. What is very powerful if you use it in your headlines. And another example, the lazy man's way to riches. It's another thing what lazy and getting rich. People want to learn it. People want to know what's the secret of the lazy man to get rich. This is a Joe Carbo headline. And he's a very good copywriter and did very powerful headlines and other body copies. So let's see the secret elements of a headline. We already talked about the formulas, but you can spice it up with the secret elements. You can use your headline as a benefit. For example, if you want to be a good leader, read this post. So the benefit-oriented headline talk to the people self-interest. So this is good for you because this gives you this benefit. You can craft your headline around the new purpose. If you have something new, a new research, a new way to do something, or something people never heard about or never read it or don't have information on the internet, you can use it and you have to use it in your headlines. For example, how bloggers monetize new research. There are hundreds of blog posts and articles about how to monetize your blog, but this is a new research, so you never heard it before. And this is a very powerful thing. If you don't have anything new or something what people wouldn't read, that don't use this headline. Only if you have something new. You can use the threat headline. For example, before you taking out that loan, read this, you might consider. Threat is a very powerful thing too, but it's a negative thing. So after you threat them, you have to follow with a positive. You have to read this, and then you might consider, you might don't make that mistake. And there is another type of the headline, the curiosity. For example, why James Chartart wear women's underpants, which talks about the body copy, what you will cover in the body copy, without giving the main information about it, just to wake up curiosity that you're going to talk about this without telling them what exactly is it. But this is not the only things you can build your headline around. There are more extras you can build in it to make it more powerful and more fine and more direct. Let's see what you can use. The headline is a promise what you have to deliver in your body copy. If you don't deliver in your body copy, then people won't read your next emails or your next articles because it didn't give you what promised. So the extra spices for your headline to make it more powerful and make it more action boosting. The first is the speed. If you tell people how fast they can get those results. For example, set up your autoresponder email campaign in a weekend. I can say set up an autoresponder email campaign, but it's not that powerful. Do you feel the difference? Set up an autoresponder campaign or set up an autoresponder campaign in a weekend. People want to know how fast, okay, I'm going to do this, but when? And if you tell them when, you can motivate them that they want to achieve this in this time frame, in this time period. So they're going to read it with more interest. You can tell the niche in your headline, a specific niche, and people who are in that niche gonna read that headline, and those people are the most interested, and those people need that information the most. For example, set up an autoresponder for e-commerce business. So it talks about for e-commerce businesses, if you have an e-commerce business, you can set up an autoresponder in this way. So those people in the e-commerce business immediately knows that this talks to them. Or you can remove the objections in your headline. Everybody is afraid of something. For example, they want a new hot tub, but they are afraid that it takes a lot of effort to clean, or it's too loud. And you can remove these objections in your headline and talk about their fear and how they eliminate those objections and those fears. So these are the extra spices you can use for your headline to make it more powerful. So don't forget the rules to write your headline last when you already got your body copy and know the main benefits, and you find out the main benefits, and to write a lot of headlines before you find out which is the best. And you're going to see why it's a good method to find out the best headlines, because your headlines will be better and better if you use the spices, if you use the different formulas, if you attach different things to make it more obvious and make it talks to a niche and talks to a specific problem. So I hope after this presentation you can craft more powerful headlines. And thank you for your attention today. And I hope you get some benefit from this presentation. If I wish you a very good day today, write a lot of headlines every time you write something, and use these formulas, and most importantly, use the spices to differentiate your headlines from those boring headlines what your competitors use. Have a wonderful day for you, and happy marketing.